So welcome to the January 20th team. Dr. David Silverman will be joining us shortly. Debbie is busy doing family things and looking after her grandchildren, which she needs to do. So I'm Carolyn Hoffman. She asked me to step in and start the call. And so it's my pleasure to welcome everybody.
Carolyn, you're breaking up. Your voice is breaking up.
Not going to be much I can do about it. Someone's stolen my hardwire to my internet, so I have moved into the kitchen to be as close as I can to our main source. So I'm afraid you'll have to bear with me. I will do the best I can and hope that it remains as stable as possible. But I want to welcome you to the call. We typically do this on a Monday.
Sorry.
So that, let me just go ahead and mute out so that we can kind of get it quieter. That might help a little bit.
I think I'm doing something wrong here.
Yeah, okay. So we typically get together on a Monday so that we can join together and be part of the family to have support, because this business is challenging when we do it on our own, and it's great to know that we are not simply part of our own local team, but part of our worldwide team. And we get the opportunity of hearing from everybody else, sharing experiences, sharing teaching moments, and getting the chance to really have a chance to ask questions that we may need to get answers to. And so I'm excited to kind of kick off. I was told that Shannon, I can see you on the call there, and David just told me that you're going to open this evening and share an amazing story. I know a lot of you were at the event this weekend in Rockville, Maryland with Tyler, which was really just an amazing experience. And a lot of us got to hear Shannon's update on her phenomenal story on the Friday evening on the leaders meeting. Anyone who was there and knows that Tyler has an amazing memory for names. He truly proved this on Friday evening, where he was tauntingly challenged to be able to see how many people he could remember for having met them for the first time. And we went around a table, there's probably about 60 of us, and at the break time when we were eating, he went round and checked in with each person's name that had actually shared their story at the start of the evening. And then he just asked people to randomly stand up, and he was going to say whether he could remember who they were. He not only remembered every single person's name, and it wasn't that he just followed the pattern of that story at the beginning, but he literally, people bounced up all over the room, and he remembered everybody's name. He could tell you information about your story that you'd shared at the beginning and who was your family member. It was just unbelievable. I mean, all 60 was phenomenal. But Friday night, you were amazing, Shannon. You really shared a phenomenal story with us. And people didn't get to hear that on Saturday if that was when they came. So I'm going to open the call to you and let you go ahead and share the testimony that David asked you to let everybody listen to.
Sure. I completely forgot that I was doing that tonight. So,
well, told it before, so I don't think you really have to practice too much, right?
I don't bother practicing. It just kind of comes from my heart. It's hard to start sometimes. So both my children have a disorder that causes them to have seizures. And the story that I mainly tell regarding this is my daughter Abigail's story. Before she was diagnosed with her disorder, she had a really tough go, almost not surviving her own birth, to being in the hospital a lot as an infant. Just her body, her autoimmune system just didn't build itself up. So she didn't come in with a lot of tools the way most children do, and ability to fight off infection even. But when she was about 15 or 16 months old, she was diagnosed with her issue that caused her to have many seizures, but also suffered from a very significant speech delay. She was more than 75% speech delayed as a very young child. We had a lot of therapy in our house trying to address this. I was doing sign language, I was singing, nothing really stuck with her. And I remember having a conversation with her doctor at the age of 2.5, asking if she thought she would have useful language. We just weren't getting anywhere. Or if we did, it was very, very, very small progress. On top of this, my child was having an increase of medication for her seizure issue at least every 2 months from the moment she was diagnosed. Actually, then it was probably we were increasing it every 3 to 4 weeks for a while. And then we would stay at the dose that she should have been at, just given how small she was. And then we continued to increase it because we were still seeing a lot of seizure activity. She was having 6 to 21 seizures a week on her medication on the highest dose that she could be on as a 2.5-year-old. And I shared the day that I finally threw my hands up, because not only did my child start having her seizures, but vomiting came with that. And I knew that that was not good. And so thinking maybe that was weird, just like, oh, maybe she's got a stomach bug. So I go to clean it up and then it happens again. And my child is having a seizure on the floor. And then just stopping. And it's like she looked lifeless. And I'll never forget that because I was so scared. And so that prompted another hospital visit and us having to stay there because we couldn't get the seizures and the vomiting under control. And that is the day I finally said yes to Asea. And while it was not a quick process for her, it was much quicker with her brother. I noticed some changes in him within 3 to 4 weeks. Abigail took about 3 to 4 months. But she started talking. She started mimicking my sounds. She started having an interest in speech, to stopping having seizures at about the 4.5-month mark. I noticed in my documentation, because I took a lot of notes during this time, that I hadn't seen any seizures. And then it just went up from there. She started making a lot of progress. We actually lost our speech therapy services at about the 7-month mark on Asea. She's like, she's not even 25% delayed anymore. I've never seen this in a child. But Abigail's seizures stopped. And at about the 2-year mark of her seizures having completely stopped and being on Asea for about 2 years and 3 months at that point, I talked to her doctor and I said, listen, I want to wean her off her meds. They did not work for her. I'm not against medication. I want to be very clear, but for my daughter, they did not do their job. For whatever her consistency in her body, it just didn't work. So she wanted to look at her brain first, because Abigail also had some pretty significant scarring on the frontal lobe of her brain that was unexplained. There's 3 reasons why it could happen. I'm not going to get into that now. But the one thing she did not have that is consistent of the scar tissue that they found, the scar tissue that she had on her brain is consistent of someone that did. So before her doctor agreed to pull her off meds, we wanted to look at her brain, because with a child that young, you would find either that the scar tissue stayed stable, or the concern of her doctor was that it got worse because she was 5. She had just turned 5 at the time. And the concern was she was so young and the scar tissue would stretch and become worse. But it didn't either of those things. It did not get worse and it did not stay stable. It actually got better. And her doctor called me herself. This is very 37 years of being scar tissue on my daughter's brain was no longer there. It decreased. So she of course said, okay, we're gonna well, I'll agree, but we all said, okay, let's do this very slowly. I mean, I believed in Asea at that point, but I also was very scared. And so was her doctor. And so we did a very, very, very slow medication wean. It took us almost 5 months. And as of last year, I shared at the event on Friday night that it was almost exactly 1 year to the day of that dinner that she has been off meds. And not only has she been off medication for a year, she is still seizure free. She only drinks Asea, and my child is not only on grade level, but above grade level with reading. And that's not to boast, but that's to say I had a kid that I didn't know would talk and is reading and is talking and playing and is lovable and well-liked and is just rocking at life. And I don't know where I'd be without this. I don't even want to think. I don't go there. Her brother, he's got his own phenomenal story, and there's so much more to Abigail's, but I'm sticking to the seizure part of this. But I have a really healthy kid, and I'm so, so, so thankful. I tried to keep that short.
Yeah, I mean, you have a tremendous story, and it's so moving on so many levels, and just so amazing, because I've watched it as long as I've been here, listening to the progression. You know, can you think? I mean, is there one single thing that for you has been the most impactful as a result of all of these changes?
I think not being in the hospital at least twice a month. I think I can't name that because it all is impactful for us. I just have that strong visual of a lifeless looking child on my floor and who I have now, who those of you that have seen her new infomercial on how the Renew helped her ear is like a completely different child. So I don't even know how to answer that question because so much of it has been amazing for us.
I think when you have children that have got such intense needs as well, I mean, you know, just picturing and listening to you and thinking about what that must have meant on a day-by-day basis to live with the child with those issues. It's very stressful for the family.
Yeah.
And you know, you must now have hope, I would imagine.
I do. And it's funny. So I guess now I can better answer that question. I also was going through a separation and a divorce during that. So I think, you know, I guess impactful for me too is that when I hear people talk about the price, because that was terrifying for me, I cleaned houses to buy it on Saturdays. Like, that's how invested in this I was.
I'm going to turn off my screen and see if it makes a difference.
For her and for her brother. For me, like, I guess. That's all I got.
I'm sorry, we seem to have frozen. Can anybody still hear her? No. Oh, there you're back again. I don't know if actually turning off your screen might keep it more stable.
Oh, sure.
As much as we'd like to see you.
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, that sounds a little bit more stable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's certainly something we hear, isn't it? I'm very conscious of it, having, you know, lived in the field of autism, that so many families don't survive the challenges of children with very severe issues going on because it puts such a strain on the family.
Absolutely.
Well, we're excited for you. I think it's going to be wonderful when those kids can come to conference and we can actually see them as well and and interact and watch their progression as they get older. How old are they? How old are they both now?
Abigail is 6 and Logan is 8.
Wow, that's fabulous.
And actually, Logan was on the beginning of the call. I made everybody tell him to go to bed because he wouldn't go to bed.
Do they enjoy taking it? I remember at one point having something for one of my daughters, and she kind of got vested in it and wanted to take it because she knew it was beneficial. Do they feel that? Are they kind of tied to it because they kind of notice that they've been, their life has changed?
They do first to get, particularly Logan, to drink it. Logan has issues with attention and impulsivity, but also has some major executive functioning issues. So he was very imbalanced and he just could not take it. And and so I got apple juice, and he would drink his Asea, and then he would get the same amount of the Asea that he would get apple juice afterwards. And at about like 2.5, 3 weeks, he came up with the name Magic Water because he's like, oh, it tastes just like water. Oh my gosh. And so because he was on it before his sister, that enabled her to better take it. Even though she didn't like it, we developed our clink and drink. So they had the little cups, they clinked it, they drinked it, and drinked isn't a word, sorry. And there it was. And together, it's so interesting because when the flu was going around and I noticed Abigail started having like some upper respiratory issues,
Oh, we lost you there.
To me and says, I need more. And it's really so strange that she would know. Is that better?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So she noticed the difference.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she loves it. And now she asks for the gel too, and she's very weird with tactile stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if she gets hurt or just like with her ear, she'll ask me to put the gel places. And so she is very aware of what this is doing for her now. And it's really funny because they have a family member on her dad's side of the family that was making fun of Asea and calling it seawater. And I asked my son, I was like, well, how do you feel about that? What do you think? And they're like, Mom, it's not seawater because there's no fish poop in it. I was like, fair enough. So, I mean, they believe it makes them feel good. They ask for more when I think their system needs it, and they know that they're healthy because of it.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for that phenomenal story. I mean, I know that you have a great testimony there, and great encouragement for families who are struggling with similar issues or, issues that really affect their kids on a daily basis and really impact your life. So that's cool. All right. Well, I don't see Dr. Silverman here yet.
Dr. Hoffman.
Yes. Hi, Peter. How are you?
Good. I have here a beautiful new friend, Tammy. Hi, Joe. Hi, everyone. I'm here at the fitness center. We can't be long, but I want to say hi and I want to introduce Tammy. She's just right now trying the product.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, welcome.
Dr. Hoffman, say hello to Tammy, please.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you. I'm learning about your product. This is awesome.
Did you get to taste it yet?
I did.
Okay, so what did it taste like for you?
It tasted like a swimming pool chlorine water.
There you go. Welcome to the club of the swimming pool water, but it will change as your health balances out. You'll probably feel like most of us do, that it really doesn't have a flavor at all. So that's kind of just a great barometer that this is going to be a good thing for you.
Yeah, I can't wait to I can't.
Are
wait
you
to see the
Are you
difference.
into fitness then?
I am very much. Well,
Okay,
I
well,
say very much, but I am.
Peter's going to be able to show you all the wonderful benefits that the athletes get for it.
Thank you. Yeah, right now I'm trying to cut and just do, a little bit, just of course make my body better in general. But
Yeah. Well, welcome. Enjoy the journey, and hopefully we'll see you when you're part of the Asea family.
all right,
Thank you, Dr.
thank
Caroline. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Joe. See you later, Joe. Say hello, everybody. Bye. Sorry, I have to go back now. We'll talk
That's
soon.
fine. That's fine. So I was thinking that many of you were at the event, the Envision event, and I know that we often go on to testimonials. I don't have any rank changes because nobody shared anything with me, so I can't do any of those things. How about we open up and share something that was impactful from the Saturday, this weekend at Rockville, Maryland, something that was impactful for you and that you may be taking into your business, or some big aha you had, or some part of it that you'd like to share with people, especially for those who weren't at the event.
Hi, Deb. It's Scott Keene.
Hey, Scott. It's actually Carolyn Hoffman standing in for Debbie and David this evening. Welcome.
Okay. That was my first meeting.
Okay.
I will tell you this. Within about 15 minutes, my neck pain was gone. My lower back pain was gone. When I got home, I took off my knee brace Saturday. I've not had my knee brace on since I got home Saturday night.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Well, yep. You can see some hands being raised for you. That's phenomenal. So,
And as a matter of fact, I was at an indoor soccer game this afternoon, and I just told my dad, hey, he said his knee was hurting, and I said, why don't you try this? And he goes, what is it? I said, just try it. So it'll be interesting to see what he has to say tomorrow.
right. Yeah. And does he have some specific spot, or did you just hand it to him and let him go on his own?
I just put it on, I squirted it on his knee, and I let him rub it in. And he goes, well, I'm going to get it all over my hands. I said, it's going to disappear off your hands in about 20 seconds.
Okay. And did you use it just the once, or did you use it the 3 times in the 5 minutes like we did with everybody on Saturday?
Well, we were actually leaving. I didn't have a whole lot left in the sample, so I just wanted him to get an idea of what it was like. But I can tell you, I'm actually going to try and go tomorrow without taking any of my pain medication.
Okay. Well, go back with your father when you've got some more. So did you join yes, on Saturday?
No, I just got to come up with the money, and Mike Weiner, who invited me on Saturday and asked me to say I was a guest of his, we're going to work something out to get it, because I'm telling you, just me alone, I don't know what else to say.
Yep, it's pretty amazing stuff. Well, we'll look forward to having you as part of our family, and hopefully when you can get some more gel on your father, he's going to see some amazing results for his knee as well. We just want to just take a second, because a couple of people have mentioned different things. Just want to remind people that when we're sharing, not everybody may realize, but pain is actually a medical word. So it's not actually something we can use. So we're going to talk about hurt and discomfort. So that's just a reminder. That's one of those words that we need to stay away from in relationship to what we have here with Asea. We want to stay compliant, so we really protect this product, because there are too many amazing benefits, and I know that Shannon's life would never look the same again if someone took this away from us, and there are many, many, many people on this call who, really, really need this, and it's not something we want to lose, so we need to be really cautious about how we present this. David, you're on. Do you want to pop up back on? I can see you there.
Wetzler tonight?
Debbie's working with her kids tonight.
No, but it has your name.
I know. Well, I'm on her account, so.
No, Carolyn, thanks so much for starting the call. I assume you had Shannon on.
We did. Yep. She told her amazing story again. Yeah, we were just kind of opening up while waiting for you about Saturday and trying to find out, who had aha moments. I mean, sharing, so, whatever was really moving and impressive for them, and maybe they've had something that they took from Saturday and they're going to apply to their business.
Yeah, it was a powerful event, and what was amazing was basically the whole winter. I mean, I just got back to Florida today. The whole winter they haven't had any snow there at all, and it was the only day there was snow and ice basically the whole winter. And we had 400 and some people registered, and 400 and some people showed up. And if anybody knows the East Coast or around Maryland anyway, if there's any hint of bad weather, nobody drives and nobody panics. And it's just a testament to the commitment people have, number one, to this, and to hear Tyler, which the next chance anybody's going to have is going to be in Texas and Envision the end of March. And there were a lot of guests there. I just heard Scott sharing, and he was one of the people that came up on stage, and Jorge was too. And everybody knows that when I do a meeting, I bring up 10 guests that have discomfort/pain, and give them the microphone and say, what is your pain level on a scale of 1 to 10, your discomfort level? And they all say it, and we had 10 chairs up there, Carol, and they all sat down and put the gel on 3 times in 5 minutes and stood up, and every single person had a response. And it's powerful. I just hope everybody commits to being in Dallas at Envision, the 26th of March to the 28th. I just got a call today from Karen Riley. I'm honored that I'm giving one of the there's only a handful of 30-minute presentations from the stage. They asked me to do one, and they said, what do you want me to do it on? I asked, what do you want me to do it on? They said, well, you pick what you want to do. So I'm going to be asking several of you what you really would like me to talk about when I'm up there. But gosh, just get there, because there were a lot of people that made big decisions at this event on Saturday. This is the biggest East Coast event we've ever had. And the one in Dallas is much bigger, and everybody from corporate's there. There's an entire, get there early on Thursday, because there's Tyler's going to do ethos training. About ethos, integrity, ethics, and anybody that was there, Carolyn, felt it. And you did an amazing job. Paul did an amazing job on stage. Amy Stacy was incredible. Everybody just contributed that day to make those 5 hours just priceless, absolutely priceless. So I just wanted to mention a couple things before we introduce new people that's coming up. We're in full swing. We know that after holidays, it takes about 2 weeks for people to get back into the swing, and we're in it right now. And the company has kicked in the special for people that enroll, getting free shipping and certain amount of enrollments, a certain amount of points in enrollment, even free enrollment, to kick things off till March 6th, which is great. But what's coming up this week is fantastic. Just check this out, what's happening. Tonight, even after our team call is over in 30 minutes, there's an amazing team call with Terry Latham that anybody can jump on. And I'll give you the website in just a minute for that. Tomorrow night is Tuesday, and that's corporate has their call. And it's the Tuesday of the month where there's leadership training. You know who's doing the leadership training tomorrow night? Tyler Norton's doing leadership training tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So maybe somebody can type this in, but at 9 p.m. on Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern, at AseaInTouch.com, Tyler Norton is doing leadership training. And it is going to blow you away. Also, actually, tomorrow morning I have to get up a little bit early, Tuesday morning. This is more for people in Asia. At 8 a.m. Eastern, I'm doing a Ask the Doctor webinar tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. in Manila time, on this Zoom number that we're on right now. And we have Tyler tomorrow night. Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Debbie is doing a presentation for guests on this Zoom number at 1 p.m. Eastern. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, the amazing Dr. Carolyn Hoffman is going to be doing an Ask the Doctor webinar. Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on this Zoom number. Thursday night at 9 p.m., one of the most eloquent speakers we have in the entire company, Alan Noble, is doing one at 9 p.m. Eastern at discoverasea.com. And then there's also one on Friday evening with Jimmy Glenn, and I need to get the Zoom number. I don't have it memorized yet. I think it's Redox 2. I'm not sure. We'll put that on there. But we have something every night for people to plug into and plug your guests into to learn more about this. And we're all serious, and we are we're rolling. This is the year. I'm really excited, and I hope you all are coming along with us. I don't like leaving people behind, and sometimes life is in the way and they just can't really kick it in. But if you're consistent with this, even on 10 to 15 hours a week, consistent, and not like doing a lot one day and then saying that's it for the week. I mean, you have to do a little bit every day, following up with people. You'll be with us going to the top in this. So anyway, Carolyn, unless there's something else you want to talk about right now, I thought we would just have people introduce new people they have online. Thanks for putting that in. See everybody put I see Debbie put that in. Lisa put that in the chat bar. You have everything there. But Debbie, you're on, or did you put that in, Carolyn?
No, I put it. I'm on Debbie's screen at the moment. She's
Thank you.
looking after her kids. Yeah.
I think she's bathing her grandkids right now.
She is.
I don't have any of those, so I don't have to bathe them. But I just had 36 stone crab claws, actually. Wendy picked me up at the airport at Fort Lauderdale, and we went to all-you-can-eat stone crabs, and I think that was my max I'd ever done, was 36 stone crab claws. Nice thing is you don't have to kill them to eat them. You just take the claw off and they grow back again. Anyway, just kind of blown away. So should we introduce new people, Carolyn?
Yeah. Yep. I guess
I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna sit here and just bring me in everything that you need. Okay.
There you are. That's not very nice of you.
Well, I can.
Well, we can definitely open it up for anyone. We've actually already had Peter Radu popped in. He was in the process of sharing with somebody at the gym. So we got to meet someone. Is there a website that we can get all the meeting times, even if we've not joined in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the infrastructure document in. Go ahead, Carolyn. I'll paste that into the box.
Okay.
People can. We have that on our Facebook groups, Debbie's Diamond Club, and I'll go ahead and put the most recent one in to update it, because I don't have the one for Tuesday morning on there, but I'm going to put it in right now. Okay.
Okay, super. So at this point in the call, what we're going to do is open it up. If you have a new member of your team or a guest on the call and you'd like to introduce them.
Go ahead.
So where we got Shannon, let's start with you then.
I have somebody on, and she just signed up last week, and she came to I've been talking to her off the cuff for probably over 2 years now, and she started the product, just got it the other day. So she's phenomenal. She's already actually signed up 3 preferred customers this week. So
wow.
She's their base. Yeah, she's phenomenal. And she stands for what this company stands for. We're so lucky to have her.
And I didn't quite catch her name again. Can you tell me again?
Her name is Basith. She is, it says iPad. Basith, if you can hear us, just hit the microphone at the bottom left of your screen.
Yeah. Let's have a look for iPad.
It looks frozen. There she is.
We got her.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's
There we go.
okay.
Got it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Welcome. Can you tell
Oh,
us
thank you
about
very
yourself? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and where do you live?
Okay, I live in Burke, Virginia. I'm originally from Venezuela, South America. I'm an esthetician, so I work massage MD, and then that's when I met Sharon. So very happy. She's been talking about Asea for many years because I was dealing with a severe endometriosis. I went through a lot of medical surgeries, but I never listened to her. So I shouldn't. Where in my life, honestly, I discovered endometriosis since 2009. So I was like going on and on, a lot of pain in my life. So the last 3 years, it's been really worse because I was bleeding nonstop, going to surgeries. 2016, I have a very severe pelvic infection. I almost died because nobody knew, and doctors, I went to the emergency room twice, they sent me back home, so it was such a mess. Thank God they discovered what was happening, so I have a laparoscopy, and then, well, in 1 year, I have like 4 surgeries done. And then Shannon keep talking about, but I was so depressed that I was not open up to listen to. But you know what? I believe the God time is perfect. So this is my time now. So I'm very open. I'm very grateful that I tried the product because she always give me a sample to try. And then I put it somewhere. And I remember she said, check it before you try. So I have something on my foot. I fall on Thanksgiving. And then I tried. And the pain go away. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so impressed. And then I things happen so quickly. I've been praying to God to give me something that I can do in my body because I have hysterectomy done, so I went to medical menopause, so I was going through all these changes. I just don't want to do any hormone or anything, so I was praying to God to guide me what to do, how to do. So I was like coming out, and then I saw the gel, then I start using it. Then I'm an esthetician, so Sharon talking about that they also have a skincare, so she was back and forth, and I have a dream that I was holding Asea products on my hand. The next day, she called me because me and my husband, we have a non-profit organization, and we collect shoes that we send it to Africa, South America, and Central America. And then she said, hey girl, I have some shoes for you. And I was like, yes, now I'm gonna ask her. I was very excited because the dream happened the day before. So she come to my house, drop off the shoes, and I say, well, let me ask you about those products that you talked me about. Well, I didn't know how to start because she offered the product many times that I was not opening. But now it happens, and I have my bottle, drinking it. It tastes horrible the first day. I'm like, oh, like, but I'm very just grateful to be part of this. I'm very open, and I just want to spread the word to everybody, whoever have pain in her body, because I was suffering for many years with pain in my body, endometriosis, surgeries, pain, bleeding disorders. So I didn't have quality of life. Unfortunately, I was not able to have babies because all the problems that I have. But now my goal is to be healthy.
That's
to
wonderful.
be grateful for what I have, to enjoy my husband, my family, everything that God has given me. So
That's
thank you,
wonderful.
everybody. By the way, the meeting on Saturday was amazing. Thank you. So just want to bless everybody. And now I'm just telling everybody about Asea because everybody needs a second chance. Everybody needs to know there's something there, and why not to help other people. So
this is absolutely
thank you
true.
very much. Again, my name is Basic Novella.
Well done. And we're glad that you've joined ASEA, and we know that, you know, especially with what you do, you're definitely going to be able to help a lot of people. So that's exciting. We're certainly pleased that you finally listened to Shannon. So does anybody else have anyone that they want to introduce this evening?
I do.
Hey,
It's Anita.
How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Good. Good to see you the other day.
Yeah, good to see you too. I have a guy on here that came and surprised me and came to the event. I don't know if he knows how to unmute himself, but Bob, do you know how to unmute yourself so we can all talk to you?
Let's see.
I know you're still there.
Oops,
I'm here. Most people don't want me to unmute myself.
Oh, I wanted you to. So I'm leaving, and I see this person, and he seems so familiar. I don't know why he seems so familiar. And so I walk up to my brother, and he's talking to my brother, Dr. Malagrana. And anyway, you know, long story short, he drove from Cincinnati to come to the meeting.
Wow.
And I have never met him in person. I met his friend, who is his sponsor, on Facebook years ago. She had an airplane picture up on her Facebook page, and I had an airplane picture. So we became friends, but we didn't know each other. And one day I saw her posting a bunch of things about her health. And I said, if I knew something that might help you that's not a drug, would you like to know more? And she said, yes, I would. I said, okay, well, how about, you know, I add you to Healthy Cell, and then let's talk. It was like Monday. I said, let's talk Friday. Wednesday, she calls me and she goes, I can't wait till Friday. So she signed up Bob. So I only met Bob on Saturday, but I will let him introduce himself and tell you a little about him because I know very little. Okay.
There you go. So Bob.
The truth is the truth, right?
Yourself, Bob.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You did a great job the other night, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, my name is Bob Wetzler. I live in Ohio, Cincinnati, and I've been involved with network marketing for 47 years. Mm-hmm. So I've been around it quite a bit, so I know a little bit about it, you know. And I've been to a few meetings over the years, different companies, and I was intrigued by the fact that Tyler would be there, and I hadn't been to any meetings. And so I thought it would be an ideal time to go and check it out a little bit more. I've been using the product for about 1.5 years, and mm-hmm. I haven't had any major issues in my life. But my roommate said, you know, you should try this, yada, yada, yada. I've been taking organic products for the last 45 years. So mm-hmm. I'm familiar with, you know, different companies that produce that, particularly in the network marketing area. So I said, well, you know, it's my roommate. I'll try it, see what it looks like. And basically, I had problems sleeping. I'm 72 years old, getting a little older. You know, it's harder to find the rest that you need. And so mm-hmm. I started taking it. Immediately, within about 2 weeks, I found that I was going to sleep almost immediately, where before it took me forever to do. And I work part-time for a large retailer unloading trucks. And, you know, at my age, that can be a bit tiring. So basically, I found that, yeah, I slept better, I felt better, and I recovered quicker because I do physical work. And mm-hmm. so for me, that was ideal because the older I've gotten, I felt, you know, I'd like to live my life healthy, like the young lady said before me. My goal was to die healthy, if you will. And so I found that this is one of the things I think the vehicles, like I said, I've been doing organic stuff for the last 45 years. And I don't think I've seen anything as significant as this. I've seen some good products over the years. But I think this has the ability to, how should I say, become even larger than the company that is the biggest right now because of the product and what it can do for people. So I think it has a worldwide.
Bob.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. We know what company that is. It's Amway, but this is
right.
This is like I think at the beginning of Amway with something that's going to be bigger and certainly much more important. Not that there's anything wrong with Amway, but
No.
welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd like to say this. I got in when I was 24 with Amway, and they were at 200 million. Today they're between 8 and 9 billion.
Right.
So I figured that we will eventually reach that and go beyond that. And the product, just because of the nature of the product. So I'm very happy and very excited. It was nice seeing you folks.
Well, welcome.
I have
Thank you.
someone on. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure you could hear me.
Go ahead, Dorothy.
Hi. Jorge is on, and he came on Saturday as a guest of Maria Lopez, who's not on tonight, but she's part of the Asea family. And I had the good opportunity to talk to Jorge today, and David did as well. So can you want to say hi, Jorge? You can unmute.
Unmute yourself, Jorge.
And also, he was one of the people on stage who did the 3 and 5.
Fabulous.
Hello, I'm here.
Great. Well, welcome again.
Under Leo.
Under
Yeah,
Leo.
that's me.
There you go.
I'm Leo on a messenger, and people call me George or Jorge. So I'm going for all three.
Split personality.
¿Cómo está? You say ¿cómo está?
You
I
did.
did.
Ah, muy bien. ¿Y usted?
Yeah, muy bien.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jorge.
A little bit about myself.
Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Mhm.
I'm from Mexico. The state name is Guerrero, which is close to the West Coast in Mexico.
Mhm.
And I came here to the United States on 1996. I came to LA and I stayed for a year and a half. Then I came here to Virginia in 1997. And since the first day I came to Virginia, I've been working every day, pretty much. And I work in a horses farm. I've been, this April coming, I will be working in that place for 13 years.
Wow. You said horse farm?
I'm sorry?
You said horse farm?
Yeah, horses farm, yes.
What kind of horses?
What kind of horses? They are, some of they are show horses.
Show horses?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I don't do much with them. I just pretty much just do maintain to the property.
Okay. Well, that's tiring. So it's a good job you found Asea. So that'll keep you fit.
Yes, and beside the farm, I do work on the side. I do kind of landscaping, and I do tree work. I am so happy because today I achieved one of my dreams. Got a wood chipper outside in the yard of my house. And because I've been doing tree work and it's been a little bit complicated to get the job done. And I think from now on, I think it's gonna be a little bit easier.
Jorge, what did you think about Saturday?
Yeah.
I can't believe that the way I came to that place, I just can't believe it because Maria invited me to this event, but 2-3 weeks ago, something like that, and she just invited me to come to Maryland, and she didn't say for what about, and I didn't ask either. So it was amazing for me.
What did you like best about Saturday?
Everything.
You think you got a good it's a little bit more than about just making money, isn't it?
Yes. And I haven't tried this product yet, but I know I have some family members besides me. I think I do need that myself, but I'm thinking on others first, and I think I am gonna get into it.
Awesome.
And one thing I really like it. It's a few people shake my hands, and a few people welcome me like I was a member already, like I was a family, like they know me for so long, and that was really it was really big thing to me. And when I was standing with other people up front, it was a lady right at the first line. She was set right at the front of me. I have no clue who she was, but she was right there, right at the first. I think she was the second chair on my right side. She was kind of. I think she was kind of helping me out, trying. She was giving me a signal, like I had to put that product in my knee. That's what I understood her signals, and that to me it's really big also, because even we didn't know each other, she was trying to help me out.
We all help one another.
Yeah.
It is a family. It's much more than a business, and I'm very glad you came. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
And I mean, when I found out what it was, I couldn't believe it, and I was so pleased with Maria. And
Great. Well, again, welcome aboard, and come back next week and bring new people. We always introduce new people. In fact, I have someone new to introduce. Ricardo, could you unmute your line?
Yeah, definitely.
Where are you? Where's Ricardo?
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Are you on the iPhone?
I'm on the iPhone, yeah.
Oh, there you go. So let me introduce Ricardo. I met Ricardo about, I don't know, what, about 10 hours ago. Ricardo, when I went to the airport today in Maryland to go to Reagan National, Ricardo picked me up. And when I read on Uber that he had 8,500 trips with about a 4.9 rating, I'm like, okay, this guy's been doing this for a while, and he's got a good rating, and he was great. And right before I was getting out of the car, he heard me having a conversation with Dorothy about Jorge. We were talking about Jorge. We ended up talking to Jorge at the airport. Ricardo heard me talking, and he asked me about this. And Ricardo, it was like 2 minutes before I was getting out of the car. And turns out Ricardo does Uber part-time. He's in sales in the automotive business. And he said, I want to know more about this. So I gave him a couple samples. I have no idea if you've used the samples yet or not. But you did watch the 6 minutes, 6 reasons video. So welcome to the call. You haven't joined yet. I know you texted me, said you want to join. But tell everybody about yourself, Ricardo.
Hey, David, thanks a lot. I want to thank you, number one, for inviting me to the call. Very, I feel kind of, fortunate to the fact that you made that call 3 minutes prior to us getting to your destination, because otherwise, this would have just it never happened, I guess, because I don't know anything about this stuff. But anyway, yeah, I work for a company called the Automotive Training Institute. My job is to get people to events. So what I do is I go to mechanic shops, I go to auto body repair shops, and I talk owners to go to these events. There's a fee, so we charge a fee. My job is to sell these events and fill them up. Once we get these people to the events, our job is to convince these guys to buy a management package, so we help these companies increase their profits. That's the bottom line. That package is about $74,000 for a 4-year program. It's a decent job. It's a good job. But as you said, I definitely work Uber part-time because it's not enough. In this area, as everybody knows, Maryland, Montgomery County is not a cheap area to live in. So once you mentioned on the call the opportunity, I was like, oh, I need to hear what this is all about, because it could be a good opportunity for me. And once I got home, I watched the videos, and we actually tried the samples you gave me. My wife just tried some on her elbow, and my sister-in-law, who happens to be here tonight, she put some on her thumb because she's been having some pain on her thumb. And I asked them a few minutes before the call, like, how they were feeling, and they were both like, yeah, we don't hurt as much. So I was pleasantly surprised. That made me feel even better. So that's to me. I think we're definitely going to move forward. So I appreciate the opportunity, and it's good seeing everybody. Best of luck to everyone.
Awesome, Ricardo. Really looking forward. Just let's text and figure a good time to talk tomorrow. I'd like to introduce you to somebody else on the team. We always do 3-way phone calls with people within 24 hours. I haven't had a time to do that with you. We talk about when we introduce this to people, there's 3 kinds of people: red apples, green apples, and rotten apples. And rotten apples are really negative and cynical, and green apples are kind of, they're a little skeptical, but they're inquisitive. That was me. I was a green apple. And once in a while, we run into red apples. And just to talk, you're a red apple. I mean, you get it. I mean, you work 2 jobs. You have no source of residual income, and you're open, and it's great. I'm looking forward to working with you, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Hey,
awesome.
David, we have somebody who, you remember Tom and
Ashley Lynn?
Hey, how you doing?
How's Vegas? I miss Vegas.
You got to come back down.
Nice and warm right now, really. It's not too bad for the winter.
Hey, I'm in sunny Florida. I'm all right. I'm golfing tomorrow.
Oh, you got us beat. Nice. Well, I don't know if you remember Tom and Sonia. They were at one of the in-homes we had that you spoke at. I appreciate that. And thank you to everybody on the call tonight. It's been great, Carolyn. Thank you, guys. We wish we could have made the Maryland one, but Tom and Sonia are from Vegas right here with us. They're good friends of ours, and they just joined, so definitely want to introduce them to you, everybody.
Hey. Hello. My name's Tom. This is my beautiful wife, Sonia. We just joined 2 days ago, so I've actually been on the Asea product for only about 2 days. That renewed 28 on point, though. I actually had some on my fingers drumming today, and my hands don't hurt for once, so that's good. But I'm out here in Henderson, Nevada, which is a suburb of Vegas. Really good friends with Joe and Ashley Lynn. Known them for quite a long time. We've done music together for a long time. He's never stirred me wrong. He's been putting the Asea product in my ear for the last couple of years, and he's had my attention since day one. I'm just glad to actually be able to be on board and spread the word on some greatness for sure.
That's awesome. Hey, welcome aboard. So you're in Vegas also?
I am.
Good. Well, you're not too far from Salt Lake. So if you ever want to get over there and take a look at the whole operation, you let us know. We've got a team day happening out there on February 10th. And if there's anybody that's really interested in being there to get a really up close and personal look at the company, you can come. We've got probably about 20 people already. We've got a room for 40. We've got people coming from Philippines, several. We've got people coming from all over, big network marketers. It's really for people that like network marketing, that want to get a good up close and personal look and talk with Tyler, the founder, CEO, president, tour of the FDA registered facility. And most of the people on here have seen I shot 2 short videos. They're about 2 minutes each. One that you can send people you know who are network marketers, and one that you can send to people who have like a sphere of influence, or business-minded people, to see if they'd like to come to the event. But it's February 10th. It's 9 to 4 in Vegas. And I'll be getting in on the 9th, and I'll leave on the morning of the 11th. I think I'm probably going to go to Los Angeles and do a few meetings there. But hey, yeah, like I started talking about this because you guys are fairly close, but welcome aboard. And what's your bride's name, or your beautiful girlfriend? I'm not sure what she is.
My beautiful wife, Sonia.
Hello.
Sonia. Hi, Sonia.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? What are you thinking about this cult?
I'm super excited about it, actually. Like he said, Joe's been telling us about it for quite a while now. And he had me sold from the get-go. Just like I think most of us, took a little while before we finally decided to make that move. And him and I were planning a cruise for our 20-year anniversary in April. And we decided instead of taking that cruise, we would rather put the money towards this. So he joined up. He's I will be next to start taking it, but we're really excited about working for the company as a whole and getting this product out there. I mean, everything that I've seen so far is amazing. The story that the young lady, I believe it was Shannon, was sharing earlier, was just absolutely amazing. And to know that this product does that, like, I'm excited to be able to help get the word out there. Like, I can't wait to get going.
And I'm excited to have Sonia on my team. She is one of the top-notch salespeople I've ever met. She is one of the top sales in Hilton right now. She was #1 sales associate 2 years in a row for the Guest Corporation worldwide. And that's on top of all the other retail, and this girl loves to talk and she's good at it. So I'm definitely excited to have her on my side for sure.
Well, it sounds like you might be putting your saddle on her back and just kind of riding that all the way to seven, all the way to seven figures.
Dallas. Yeah, we're taking them hopefully to Dallas with us too. That's the plan. So we got our tickets and we're ready to go. And Tom is actually from Texas, so I said it's time to come on back. We want you guys to come with us. So that's our plan. We get them to where they can get to a point they can afford, come along with us, and then you take that honeymoon still along with it, right?
Yes.
That event in Dallas, you will
El
get
Paso, Texas, but I got family scattered.
You'll get the big picture. Everybody will get the big picture in 3 days, not just the big picture about how to do the business, but you'll get the big picture as to the heart of this company and where it's going. And that's really important to have a vision. Once you know where this is going, I don't understand how someone that has a need in their life doesn't just say, I'm rocking it. And look, there are a lot of people that say, I'm going to do it, and they don't do it. But we're here for everybody. Those who want to walk along very slowly, we're here to help them. Those who are here that really want to run and want to go really, really fast, like the Hoffmans did. I mean, they went to Diamond very, very quickly. There are people moving much faster than I did. I mean, it took me 6 years, 3 years part-time, 3 years full-time, to get to a cumulative $1 million a year, a cumulative $1 million. And that was a few years ago, but somebody just did it in 2 years, and two and a quarter years, they got to $1 million. So there's no limit here to what someone can do. And I'll tell you, if someone's good in sales, that's a great attribute, and you got to tweak a little bit, because it's not just about what you can sell. It's about how you can educate people in a duplicatable, simple way, so that they can do it. And people that are really good in sales, sometimes they sell a lot of product, but they don't build a deep business. But if they can take their skills and tweak it a little bit to, hey, I'm teaching people how to teach people about this, and then I'm teaching them how to teach other people, and there's just no limits here, and people can stop. People in sales, we all hear the term "eat what you kill." You got to keep selling, sell your next house, sell your next car, sell your next package. Like Ricardo was talking about, $74,000 package, he probably gets a good commission, but once it's over, it's time. I got to get the next one.
Right.
Here, it just keeps coming, man. It is amazing.
No, I'm really excited. I am. I'm really excited about it all, and learning the better ways of, like you said, more getting them to really understand what it is versus just selling it. Like it's
Developing relationships.
Yeah.
We're all about that.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Joe and Ashley will plug you in. The best training video that anybody can watch 2 or 3 times is at amazingmoleculestraining.com. Amazing Molecules Training. They'll plug you into that. And you'll meet Alan Noble, the person that did that training in Dallas. Everybody will. But I'm just hoping that everybody on this call tonight is coming to Dallas and is registered for that event. I've seen too many people come into this business and say, gosh, I really need this. I want it. And I'll say, you need to get to this event. And they're like, oh, I can't do it. I've got to work, or I can't afford it. And I'm like, man, if you're that controlled by a boss or a business that you can't go, you don't have time, you're that controlled that you don't have the money to invest in yourself and it's a tax write-off, man, you can't afford not to be there. Because it's what gives people a big picture, and they realize what they're a part of. They realize, I am not letting go of this. I don't care how many rotten apples I hit in a row. I don't care if I hit 50 rotten apples in a row. I am not letting go of this thing. So I hope you make it. And I apologize. Is there anybody else new that's on tonight?
I'll just say real quick, it happened to me, David, when I went to convention, exactly what you said. You're just, the conviction is so strong. There's no explanation. And I told him the same exact thing. So just for the record, no BS. That's the truth. We're 100% on board after the first convention. So sorry, everybody, go ahead. Thank you.
Hey, fortunately, it came to you, right?
Yeah, we got
lucky. Awesome. Anybody else have anybody new on?
Well,
David,
Mike couldn't.
I have somebody new. I met Linda Rosenkrantz on a traditional Chinese medicine course, and if she is on, she could unmute herself and
see. I got Linda. Linda, I just unmuted you. How are you?
Good.
Welcome.
I came on in that I thought it would be more the educational part of it.
This is the welcome to the team call. So the educational part, you mean as far as learning about the product and so forth, we do those there's one on Wednesday and 2 on Wednesday and 1 on tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern on this Zoom number, 1 Wednesday at 1 p.m. on this Eastern on this Zoom number, 1 at 9 p.m. Wednesday on this Zoom number. But this is our team get together. So if you don't know anything about the product yet, really, I can give you some resources where you can take a good look and then pop on either tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. or Wednesday at either time, and we answer questions on those calls. Is that good?
Yes.
All right. So if you go to amazingmolecules.com, you'll see interest-specific videos on the first page and the second page. So you pick whatever you want to look at there. It'll kind of explain the product, and also one that I shot called whyitspossible.com, whyitspossible.com, and that's about 10 minutes. And you'll get a good base on the info, and then come on and ask us questions.
Well, I had a stroke at the end of May. I'm doing remarkably well with the Chinese medicine, but I've seen where some of the products and that, some of the testimonials and that explicitly and that on the knee and stuff like that. I have an artificial knee, so that's where I'm having my most trouble, is getting up and down. And
you're not using the product yet?
No.
So here's the bullet points. Safe as water, can't hurt anybody, doesn't interfere with any medications at all, 0. You can have as much as you want, gallons of it. You can put as much on your skin as you want. There's 0 toxicity, and there's a money-back guarantee. So take a look at those couple things I shared with you and get back with David, and he can answer questions, and then you can pop on again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern on this Zoom number. I'm going to do a full presentation on this and answer everybody's questions.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right, Linda. Where do you live?
I live in Michigan.
Okay. Well, bundle up, and maybe we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Well, bye-bye. And I think
Thank you,
a little bit
Linda.
over, but you're welcome. I think Lisa had somebody.
I'm actually here for Mike.
No, I know, Scott. I heard from
Okay.
you, Scott. I'm looking for, Lisa had somebody who spoke the other day. Her dad had a stroke, an amazing response, and she had an amazing response with cancer as well. Lisa, are you still on? Oh, she popped off. She had somebody new sitting with her there. I guess they probably went to Terry Latham's call.
She popped off, David. She just.
Okay. Steve, good seeing you. It's good seeing you. Thanks for coming down from New York to the event, man.
Oh, it was great, David. I'm so glad I brought Lisa, and and she got to talk and share. It was amazing for me. I felt so much gratitude being there that I could do that for somebody's family.
She's grateful too.
Oh my God! you don't know until you feel somebody's pain that they're what they're actually living through, and then you say to yourself how blessed you are for having this and for being healthy, that you're not going through that.
Yep.
Amazing. It's just, that's why I do this.
Yep.
That's why.
The money's not bad either.
No, it's not. I'm like it's definitely helped me now. Boy. Yeah, I'm like it like that.
Good to see you, Steve.
Hey, Carolyn, did you happen to mention that the special that's going on, the incentive for shipping, or not yet on this call?
No, I did not get to that. That's a good point.
Well, let me just tell everybody what's going on. So it started on the 18th on Saturday, and it goes till March 6th. And here's the deal: for people who enroll, and they enroll with an enrollment order of 200 to 399 points, okay, which is like personal packs and some additional products. They get free shipping, so they save $8 to $13 depending on what they order. People that order over 400 points or over, which is a business pack or above, they get free shipping and free enrollment. They save the $40. And preferred customers who enroll with 100 points get free shipping. So that goes till March 6th. So, I think there was a glitch in the system because they just started it. It wasn't showing up. You have to call to get it. I don't know if anybody's done it today, if they fixed it, but it should come off at the end of the enrollment. It should deduct it off of the final charge. Did anybody do that today? Did they see that it worked properly? Not sure. If for some reason it doesn't, just call associate support and they'll take care of it. But it was just an IT issue they're working on. I think it's fixed by now, I believe. And lastly, I just want to mention the event on February 10th, guys. This is a very, very, very special thing just for our team. And it's a full day with corporate. And it's Tyler Norton coming in speaking to this small group, smaller than the leadership dinner that we had the other night with bronzes and above that we had at the restaurant Friday night. The founder, the CEO doing it, the president doing it, VP's doing it, general counsel doing it, director of marketing doing it, CFO there, COO, luncheon, really, really intricate tour of the guts of the operation, which is the Redox production facility, the FDA registered facility. So if you have someone that you want to bring, okay, someone that knows network marketing, likes network marketing, and would like to see the difference, to see what is this company, who are they, have a conversation. If you're in my group, call me so we can have a conversation with that potential candidate. And if you're in Debbie's group, call Debbie to do that. If they are successful network marketers, if you know anybody that's had success in network marketing, basically recent success, if it was in the past a bit, call me. Okay, might be able to work something out. But if I think everybody knows at this point, February 10th is coming up quickly. If you're talking to someone that can document in the past 3 years, in any 2 consecutive months, they've earned at least $10,000 a month, 2 consecutive months. The company can pay for them to actually fly in, hotel, meals, all of that. But that has to be all done 2 weeks before the event. Well, we're January 20th. That event is in 21 days. So we're getting really, really close. We got a week left to get it all done. So call Debbie or call me if there's someone that you'd like to have join us. We've got a lot of people coming from all over, from the States and from Asia as well. So we're a bit over, and Is there anybody else that has somebody new on? Okay. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Carolyn Hoffman, Dr. Hoffman Diamond. I'm going to let Carolyn close it out. I'm muting my line out. Carolyn, you close out the call. And who's are you recording it?
I am recording it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did get it all, David. Want to thank everybody this evening. I know we kept you a little bit later, and David, you were going to give us the number for Terry's line if anybody wants to jump on over.
Oh, I can't find it. I was looking. Does anybody have it? That call started 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, is that the Atomic Wellness line?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, oh, I know what it is.
850-850-8888.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. 850-850-8888. That's it. And
all right.
Yep.
So we want to wish everybody a fantastic week. Go make it a great week, right? We had a great start this weekend, so let's roll out using that enthusiasm and everything that we learned. So thanks, David, for everything you did on Saturday. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. Have a great week.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. You too.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.